Alright, welcome back to more regularly programming, or sort of. It's been quite a while. I think it might have been like 4 months, hasn't it? Or like even 5, I know. At least for Genshin specifically. But anyway. Welcome back, basically. I'm still on another main story. So, basically as a recap, I was a little bit busy in the last 3 months, and it basically means I need to catch up. And with, I believe, actually more sibling story being announced in 5.7. It's going to be like in like what 2 weeks time, I believe. Basically, I do want to catch up, so I do still have the Natlan main story to go through. I do have, I believe, the ones that main story, I believe, not main story, but there was like an interlude, I believe, from what I've seen. And then obviously the 5.7 update, which will come in 2 weeks time, which will add more sibling stories, so we'll have to see how that goes. Basically I'm not gonna catch up in time. I'm not gonna catch up in time because I also want to try and catch up with Senlas at the same time. So that's not gonna work. And one game that will basically be dropped for the time being because I'm just way too behind on that one. That's gonna be Star Rail. So Star Rail will be put on the shelf for at least the time being until I have at least catched up with these 2 games, and then we'll see. Maybe I'll bring it back on. Just depends on how many streams I can realistically do. But anyway, so the target for today, we do have 2 streams to discuss for today. So one, this Genshin stream, which will continue on with the Natlan main story. I don't know how much time I have left of that. I do recall that it's probably going to be about 1.5 streams, perhaps. Because I keep reading along with the wiki, of course, just to figure out where I'm at. And if I do remember correctly, I was... Oh, hang on, let's say, where am I even at? Apparently, rest 3, yeah, that sounds about right. So, if I remember correctly, basically that's where we ended off. Yeah, so we basically went into the Night Kingdom, if I remember correctly, and we were already there. So I guess let's see. I need to go there apparently. If I remember correctly, it was like below the stadium or somewhere there. I just realized, by the way, I should probably... I don't know what mail I have, but anyway. Because I just noticed that it was offering me the focus mode, so I should probably do that. Yep, yes please. Makes me wonder if it's actually about to drop me in. Nope, it isn't. Okay. Right, if I remember correctly... I'm not quite 100% sure. What are you, by the way? Oh, that's stuttering. That's not great, but anyway. Basically, I believe you're about to head into the... Yeah, there we go. I'm just gonna go in with my usual setup because I have not... Like... I don't really have anything else. So if we have a main boss coming up, then that would be a bit problematic.
The Pyro Archon is waiting for you inside.
The sacred flame is even brighter than usual.
Yeah, I believe so. We're basically gonna be heading off. Now, I am several versions behind, of course, and I believe, from my understanding, at least some people...
I don't think I'll ever forget this day.
At least some people have been voiced at this point. Not everyone. But I believe they have at least tried to have at least
On behalf of all who never lived to see this moment.
If I remember correctly, at least. Um, obviously a bunch of rumors going on right now. If apparently things might be a little bit tough for Ozarks, but anyway.
Ah, Traveler, Paimon, you're
I
here.
know she was,
Judging by the
I believe,
confident look on your
that was
face,
mostly warned.
I assume your ancient name is complete?
I believe, apart from Kinich, I think, which I'm not sure.
Yep, it's good to go. Shilonen specifically reminded us to
But
show
that
it
has
to you.
been since we saw. I have actually no idea.
Tumaini. Yes, that fits you perfectly.
Is that an ancient name?
I just recall that I believe, at least from story reason, Sarah, for example,
I
has
heard this
recasted
is the
him
first time we
carries
forged an
somebody.
ancient name for an
Oh.
Outlander. Seems
Which
like it was
basically
a
means no one is really
success.
safe at this point.
What's engraved on it?
Unless you were still giving a voice, of course.
Looks like my people are just as curious about this name. Traveler, Paimon, join me over here. As you can see, I am holding the Traveler's ancient name.
Hang on, I am trying to follow along in the meanwhile. Why is everything lagging, by the way?
With this name, the Wyab entrust to him a monumental task.
Like, I don't think
And
the
this
game
land
is
binds
itself
us
really
as
stuttering
kin.
much, but everything else is really stuttering right now, so that's a bit of an annoyance. But anyway,
Tumaini. That is his name. Like starlight amid the darkness, flames amid the cold. It means hope.
Tumaini.
but yeah, I'm a bit
After
worried
all
about
these endless years of
potential
fighting,
upcoming fights. So I'll
we
have to see how
finally
that
found
goes.
it, haven't we?
Ever since the invasion of the Abyss and the decline of the ley lines, the Ode of Resurrection has protected us for thousands of years. For generations, we have lived on this land, following in the footsteps of our forebears, taking their place on
Now,
the front
basically,
lines.
as a recap for the story, I guess, I believe we're basically heading into the... Like, we have mostly fought back the Abyss in Natlan, but they're still in the background.
We all carry
They
that
still need to
struggle
be
with
resolved.
us. And now, thanks to your efforts, the end is in sight. We have a chance to defeat the Abyss once and for all. This glory is one we share. It belongs to all of Natlan!
Thinking about it below there, I think...
For Natlan!
Has Genshin ever had this many people at all at once in, like, this tight of a space? I don't know. But it's not really tight
Our
of a space, but-
suffering will not soon be forgotten. But there will come a day when we can proudly declare to our progeny that this war is won! For our fallen heroes, our lifelong comrades, and all who forge the path ahead through trial and tribulation. For our homeland, we will claim victory! In Natlan, no one fights alone!
No one fights alone!
To battle!
If I do remember, I was about to say she was giving a bunch of power into there, if I remember correctly, in the last few things. Which maybe she's now retrieving again. I don't know. Or I guess it's just a way to get where we need to go.
We're here. I'm sure you're familiar with the site of the Night Kingdom by now. The corrosion here is relatively mild, so this is our last pit stop. Once we set off, we must destroy our final enemy as soon as possible. Otherwise, no amount of resistance to abyssal corrosion will save us from contamination.
So we're now in here, but I'm kind of wondering... Because I believe Pam didn't go with
So
us.
there's no turning back after this, huh? After you left, Paimon started to be able to see this place. It's a mystery to Paimon, too.
The sacred flame is connecting us. The moment it sent us here, it made sure your consciousness could reach us.
Okay, so they're not physically, but,
still,
at least they're somewhat
You can
connected.
go no further. The Abyss also has the power to corrupt the mind. So once we venture deeper, it must be alone. But while we're still here,
Gotta remind it to
I
take
believe some of your
screenshots because of the
friends may wish
thumbnail.
to say a few words. True, but there's time enough to say goodbye. Come find me when you're ready to set off. I'll explain the next step of the plan.
What else that achievement called? To water and war, I think. Chat with your friends, get it here optional. Of course, I'm always gonna get do optional things, but I can't interact with Natlan, or at least I can interact with you.
At the end of the earth lies the primal flame. We have come from afar to offer you our land's blessing and the respect of the collective of plenty.
True strength isn't gifted from the heavens. It culminates little by little from everything we do. Natlan's history goes back thousands of years. Every person who calls this land home, past or present, has a hand in this opportunity. Just like the Pyro Archon's concept of time, the past, the present, and the future exist at once. This moment is a convergence of all three. I have full confidence in the outcome of this battle. Victory will belong to Natlan. Actually, I also have a more, personal request.
Okay.
Once the war is over, come visit us in the Collective of Plenty, okay?
Realistically, if you consider the fact that Natlan Star will end after this, but I'm pretty sure we'll probably stop by a bunch of people after this.
That's right. Our tribe can't wait to meet you.
Veressa and I will show you all our customs and fun activities. I'll leave you in suspense for now, but I promise
Or did I
you
miss
won't be
something?
disappointed.
I have no idea. I know where Barisa, I think, was added in the version after the main story or something like that. Maybe there's more I wasn't aware of. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. Pakal and Tylon and
about to set off, right?
Kachina.
Your bravery is like an echo.
Oh, I
through
just
the
realized
valley,
they're
calling
split
on us
off
to respond
by
in
tribe,
kind.
basically.
The
I just
children of
noticed that.
Echoes offer you our blessing.
Everyone is waiting for you back at the stadium. We'll be cheering the whole time.
The Abyss is powerful, but there's no reason to fear. We've defeated it before, and you can do it again. Go now, and forge a new future for Natlan.
I'm, by the way, kind of glad that apparently you made it through without issues. Wayne and Niche.
On behalf of the Scions of the Canopy, I offer you our blessing.
The name of Termfire teaches us that everything comes at a price.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, he has
We've
once
offered
again.
generations of blood and tears to this war. And now, it's
That
time to
reminds
collect.
me, we are able to interact with every tribe, but we weren't able to interact with Lali's,
The
even
Abyss
though there was a main,
must pay
like a
for
whole
what it has
main,
done.
bigger main story part of it.
Oh, and Ahau has something to say.
Although you are but lowly servants, you have brought us much amusement. We desire that entertainment to continue. If this is where you meet your end, it would be a great disappointment. We would get over it, of course, but if you do go die, just go without regrets.
Acha. Hang on. I kept saying Acha, but I think if I read it understand the correct pronunciation, it's more like Aya. I feel like things would
That's
be
the
a little bit
nicest
different
send-off
if
you're
it
going
does
to get
happen.
out of Ahau.
And I believe we do have one more. Mina and Kachina. No, not Kachina.
In this place where streams and waves converge, the people
Ulani.
of the springs gather to honor
It's been
your
a while.
bravery. I love the hot springs. I can't get enough of them. I want to go today and tomorrow and the day after that. Just thinking about spending time there with you and all our friends makes me so happy. So, after the battle, let's go there together. Paimon included. Sound good? Yes! I'm so excited.
That is, of course, if we make it. Now, Jessica, we do have Jessica as well, but we can't. Oh, no, we can.
May the skies forever be clear and bright, and may we always be free to spread our wings and soar. For this wish, the Flower Feather Clan gathers here today.
War is a heavy burden, and still, we never stopped moving forward. Long-awaited peace is now within reach. You have the opportunity to set that future in motion. It's taken a lot to get to this point. I know it will not be in vain.
And let's see, there is apparently. Or do I have to interact with the big guy up top? I do have to, okay.
Ah, a revelation came to me in a dream, and I shared it with my tribe. You are the star that will shine through the mist. The spirits bless your journey.
From this day forward, plants will sprout because of you, insects will take flight after you, and all will turn to your will. I disagree. The land of Natlan nurtures life, but the Abyss knows only destruction.
Natlan is also a land of memories and legends. I live longer than humans, and in all that time, I've learned what life and death mean to people. The dead draw solace from the living, and the living push forward in honor of the dead. In life and death, we
So basically,
all leave
you
marks
just
on
always
this
had to
world.
interact with
We cannot let them be
the
reduced
main
to
guy,
nothing.
not the people alongside. For some reason, it used to be it doesn't matter that we interact with, basically.
Yes. Thank you for joining this fight. I'll wait for your safe return.
Alright, well, I believe that's pretty much everyone covered. Unless there's something I completely missed, but I don't think so. Hang on. Where does this lead us? Nowhere. Okay, got it. Right. Well, in that case then, I guess we just need to talk to Mavuika and see where we end up with.
Are you ready, traveler? All right. Before we face our final enemy together, we need to split up. I'm sure you remember the Abyss tumors from the previous battle. Eradicating them was crucial to stopping the
It's
endless
been a little
onslaught
while,
of
so I'm
monsters.
not quite sure on that one.
Our final enemy has a core that possesses similar qualities. It's hidden somewhere in the Night Kingdom. Since I'm more familiar with this place, I'll go find and destroy this core, while you go straight to the enemy's lair. We can reconvene there.
Okay, basically, so Mavuika's gonna do a
All right. Then it's time to act.
intermediary stop and just trying to destroy something there. Or we
All
just
of
go to the
Natlan
main
is
thing and
behind us.
basically start it.
So let's gather our courage and march into the unknown without fear.
From my understanding, at least.
No one fights alone.
Mavuika already left, so you should get moving. Oh, and Paimon should stop distracting you. Paimon still remembers her promise. She's gonna cheer you on with all her might.
But if I remember correctly, Paimon always has issues if you go off alone,
She's gonna be
so...
brave this time, so don't you worry. Always.
I'm gonna be curious on
You're
how...
not in this alone. We'll be with you in spirit the whole time.
Paimon's also surprisingly confident, to be fair. Because I do recall in previous events, wherever... Oh, interesting, you actually do get to walk, or like, to get to see Mavuika's perspective first. No, I can't go up there. Nope. Anyway. But yeah, I do recall Paimon being basically really anxious as soon as the traveler left, or whatever, or like if she was kept left behind. So there's that. But right, let's see.
Rev the engines!
I'm not sure what I think about the motorbike, by the way. I did see someone at some point basically saying, well, just like blow your fuel. I don't think I've done it yet.
Incinerate!
I guess it's the first time I actually end up with. Right, let's see. Flame Sliders and Spirit Race gameplay tutorial. Following a 14th round of modifications Silona made to Mavuika's request, Ladder's Flame Strider finally gained the ability to manipulate Phlogiston and Troll on Spirit Race. As such, Mavuika is able to use the Spirit Race despite not being able to find people of the Springs. It's like, I wouldn't be surprised if we end up seeing a sort of Mavuika combination.
Something feels
How do
familiar.
you even jump off, by the way? Can you even do that? I see, okay.
Rev the engines!
Okay, you basically just switch with the event. Got it.
Full throttle! Wrath from the sky!
I guess your main target with Anya, I guess, is still the bike in that case, right? Because I don't really see what else you could do with Mavuika, really. And I just realized that I'm actually...
Not bad.
Okay, hang on. That was a little surprising, to say the least. I didn't realize how low I was, to be honest. Is it faster better? It is faster, I see. And that was really expected to be fair, if you think about it. I didn't expect why the game to just switch to Mavuika's perspective, to be honest. I was kind of expecting us to just go ahead
This
anyway.
form is probably what I look like in your memories, right? Actually, we already met in one of your dreams, didn't we? But you never told anyone.
Out of all the awakened souls, I was surprised you were one of them. After all, it's been 500 years.
Yeah, I'm sure my soul has been reborn many times by now. But that doesn't mean Hine is gone. If the past, present, and future exist at once, then it's only fair we get to meet again.
You're right. It's too bad we don't have more time to talk.
Your plan is almost at the final stage, isn't it?
Yeah, so as a recap, I believe what happened in Natlan basically meant all these souls effectively were resurrected somehow.
There's nothing you can't do, no matter how difficult. Oh, I really wanted to help you in this era, but an ordinary person can't transcend time. Back then, I said I'd come find you one day, but I failed time and time again.
You didn't fail.
Well, I guess not anymore.
Wait, then the paper frog I made? You got it?
Yes. And your architecture manual as well. The family you left it with got it to me in one piece.
Oh, I don't recall that.
I'm so glad. 500 years is a long time. I was worried someone might toss it during a move or something.
No, they never forgot their debt to you. I learned a lot about you from them.
Sounds like I placed my trust in the right people. Everything I wrote, though, it's probably outdated now, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, I don't recall. I'm not sure what paper talk we're talking
well,
about.
It's been a long
Paper
time,
frog, sorry.
and it's not like I was some innovative architect who left my mark on history. But I lived a really happy life. I dedicated my career to helping those without a home.
Apparently it was something from the trailer, which I didn't look at, to be honest.
I didn't have time for love or for myself, but
But
I
yeah,
didn't
it's basically a
care.
recap of
There are so
sorts.
many things in this world that deserve to come first. That's what you taught
Mavuika
me.
was originally from 500 years ago, so I guess it doesn't make sense that
You
she's
never
gonna.
took time for yourself either.
He knew it probably won't be the only one, realistically.
No, it wasn't necessary. Besides, I made my choice.
I'm pretty sure
And
Mavuika's
now,
gonna run into
the
more
end is
people from
near.
her history.
Be it the enemy's end or my own. In the end, the method you used to transcend time was much more than a simple paper frog. You sent your love across time. So let me say this, Hine. I will love you. Forever and always.
I know that. Mom, Dad, and I, we feel the same way about you. We're family. That will never change.
All right. I need to head out. Another hero is waiting for me.
I believe in you, sis. For Natlan.
Well then. Let's go on. Oh, okay, we're switching to travel. Interesting transition, by the way. I don't recall that having a transition like this before. Defeat all opponents.
Don't worry, we're here to help.
Okay, well, we're basically getting assist from everyone, it looks like, I think.
The abyssal pylons are being protected by some kind of power. They can't be destroyed right now. Taking care of these monsters first might give us an opening.
Of course, it's gonna take a while because the account is by far not optimized yet, even with the no-wish thing going on. That is why I'm kind of worried about an upcoming boss fight, but anyway.
Dodge this. Cool it.
Let the show begin.
Oh, so sorry.
Right, so we have to track. I guess we are basically gonna be seeing both perspectives for quite some time. We're just probably gonna have to catch up at some point. But we'll see. There it goes. Okay. So that's first wave done. We have a bunch of more people.
I'll protect us.
Dodge this. Freeze.
But yeah, realistically, I do still need to. Should try, even with the no wishing going on, I should at least try to like see if I can with the relics or something. Yeah, this is if I have time, okay, which I don't really have. Oh, that was fail.
Let the show begin.
Dodge this.
You're toast.
That's gonna be the same in for example Sun. That's gonna be 6 lane. At least in Tennis they have 12th Element, which I think should probably improve it. It's a chance.
Dodge this.
How do I do it again? Elemental power, yeah. I got it. All I need is just elemental power, basically. That would, you know what would be really annoying? If it turns out there's like a time limit on it.
Freeze.
But apparently there is not, so there we go.
I didn't expect to see you again so soon. You can leave this place to us. When the monsters attack again, we'll fend them off. We got to see each other in a dream, and that's enough. The square makes it possible to connect the living to the Night Kingdom. If the abyss starts to corrode the area, its forces could once again surge into the land above.
Sounds to me like they're probably just gonna
Pains me
try and
not being
stay
able
here
to
then.
see Mualani again. But if I can do something to protect Natlan, then that is the only choice. Mualani will grow to surpass me as a warrior and accomplish greater feats than my own, I have no doubt.
So we don't get support from the living people, but we do get support from basically anyone we kind of met. And we do get a chest. Thank you very much. Hang on, let's see. I was supposed to interact with that, I think. I guess I automatically did, I guess. That briefly looked some kind of... Yeah, it briefly looked like there would be some... There's like nothing here.
Let's dance.
Okay, I am losing health. That's not great. But someone comes in to help us. There we go.
I knew you would come.
We meet again. Remember me? I'm Malco. We met when you came to rescue Kachina. I could barely hold on to my human form back then. Vichama told me about the horrific battle on the surface, but now, the souls of the Night Kingdom have been revitalized.
More importantly,
It's starting to feel like that the situation isn't as dire as it might should have been. Well, rather, it's probably still dire realistically.
It's all thanks
Think
to
about it.
you and Siglali.
The path ahead has been heavily corroded by the abyss. Navigation will be tricky. I can help illuminate your way, just like before.
I'll take care of recon and combat. I was in a bad place when you met me, but I was a capable warrior back in the day. Come on, follow me. Of course.
Alright, so basically being protected by Malco and Vichima.
It's dangerous out there, so stay close.
Because I guess if I run and flog out, I'm gonna start taking damage. Shit, there we go.
I'll protect us.
I'm just gonna use power to get a bit of health. There we go.
More monsters! Leave them to me!
I've got your back.
Freeze.
It does mean I need to be a little... Oh, hang on, no one. I was about to say, it does mean I need to be a little bit careful with where I'm going and my health, but turns out that the safety barrier just got extended quite a bit. So you don't even really need to do that realistically, or like a ton.
Cool it. Freeze.
Well, that's a little annoying. But at least it's not like annoying shield. But it's still an annoying shield, but it's not. It could have been worse. It's not a physical one, which would be really annoying. Oh, okay, there.
Don't get frostbite. Disappear.
It doesn't actually work on them. Good to know. No, I should focus on one first. If I manage to get a second one in the process, then that's fine. But I should look into focusing on one first, and then. Well, that's actually great because that means I can get rid of the elemental shield, the abyss shield thingy. One go. There you go. That's one down. And can I get a second one in the process? Without basically re-triggering it? No, I can't.
What's the...
Slightly annoying, but anyway.
With the wind! Dodge this!
I'll protect us.
So, okay, there we go. I was about to say, do I need to interact with something? But no mind. I guess I don't really need to focus on considering the fact that I'm just walking with no Natlan characters at all. Okay, this one's going to be annoying.
So strong. The power of the abyss is protecting.
Oh, hang on. I think I can tell. But I'm not supposed to be.
To face its reckoning.
I was about to say. I guess I'm not supposed to be fighting with it against it. Yeah, there we go.
Freeze! Don't get frostbite.
Okay, nearly down.
I'll protect us.
I feel like it might try to rebuild its shield again, but maybe not. Nope. There we go.
That was amazing. Judging by your clothes, you're not from Natlan, are you?
I've never seen a soul like you in the Night Kingdom.
Yes. Although, rather than a soul, it would be more accurate to say that I'm a story created by the people of Natlan.
Now, what's this supposed to mean?
I was his most trusted second-in-command. 500 years ago, we fought against the Abyss together, and I sacrificed myself during battle. The shamans of the Masters of the Nightwind recorded my story on a woven scroll. Even now, many in Natlan know my name. So you're
The Guffred, I believe, was from Capitano. Like Capitano's mate? No, not really mate, but you know what I mean.
That's right. What you see is the me from the story. I was remembered as a glorious hero, even though the truth is quite the opposite. It was in fragmented memories of my life that I finally began to understand the real me. Unlike my righteous and noble commander, I was obsessive and cruel. An approach I believe to be more efficient. Our differences caused many an arguments between us.
You tried to sacrifice someone.
I will stop at nothing to protect my commander's interests. The most idealistic and righteous among us are the most fragile, so I must protect his edge. A strong hand is required to stand against a strong foe. That is what the glory of conquering
So
means
interesting. So I guess that means we kind of have two Guffreds in the story, I guess.
I do. I have my reasons, as do all who believe in something. You will understand that soon enough.
Because basically, in the public, he's more known as an ear, but in reality, it's he's more toxic? Do you want to call it toxic? I'm not sure.
Due to the limitations of the ley lines, we can go no further. The enemy's lair is close at hand.
But don't worry. All the souls of the Night Kingdom will lend you their aid.
You will become the hero of a new era.
Go now. For Natlan. And for all who lost their lives to the Abyss.
Okay, so we're getting close to the lair. I
This
guess that
time,
means...
we shall prevail. Not for any single nation or faction, but for us all.
Let's see what it'll mean. Maybe we'll switch perspectives again. We do pick up a chest, that's for sure. But maybe... Do I still get damage? No, I don't. Interesting. But I expect because we're getting closer and closer, you'd expect that we're getting more and more damage, but apparently not. Right. So we are gonna have to... Let's collapse and structure person is attacked. It looks like the way forward, yeah. So we're gonna have to figure out how to get up there. Now who's joining us?
Hey, traveler! It's me, Koichi. Need some help? Doctors can be really handy in an emergency.
No, unfortunately Chaska isn't here, but at the same time...
With your special powers, you should be able to make it through this place. Go now!
We have all these various kinds of... Here. Oh, hang on.
Huh? What was that? I felt shaking all of a sudden.
My colleague has wrapped up everything on her end. Could be.
Oh, I was wondering where she went. Well, that just means we've got even less time to waste. I never
it's hard to
liked
tell.
causing trouble, and I definitely don't want to be the one who holds up the Pyro Archon's plan.
You went to see Chaska, didn't you?
Yeah. I'm really glad she fulfilled her mission. She seemed a lot more mature than before.
I'm kind of glad that this does allow them to kind of wrap up what's going
All
on.
those years of
Really?
worrying, but better late than ever.
Kind of glad
right?
of that.
Anyway, that was enough for me. I won't show up in her dreams anymore. Back to the natural order of things. Worrying is supposed to be the older sister's job. All right, enough about that. All we can do is accept the past and continue to look forward. I would say our nation's future is looking very bright.
Well, realistically, it can only go up from here, can
Go
it?
now, traveler.
Considering the... Yeah, perhaps you can use the special element inside to find a way through. Well, I probably shouldn't fall down there. I'm just supposed to be interacting with it? Oh! Oh, hang on. I guess I'm supposed to be jumping there? Nope. Okay, hang on. What am I supposed to be doing here? Oh, I did not... It's a little bit annoying that it doesn't stay on. Was there a keybind for it? I think so. I think there was. Oh. They can't... At least I got it this time. There we go. And, well, I guess that's the main thing, right? Okay, so I need to interact with this guy. Take a close look. Oh, hang on, there's something here. Oh. I did not expect that. I didn't think it would just disappear the floor. Well, now I'm here. Well, that's annoying. And now again. Okay, so apparently I need to continue using that because otherwise... Oh. Or maybe not. No one then. This isn't even a higher of a drop. Oh, I probably just lost a lot of health. That's why I just didn't make that, I guess. And I didn't realize I lost this much health. Oh, for a minute. Oh, okay. I don't think I can heal it up, can I? I can heal up the Troller, that's for sure. But I can't heal up this guy. I'm just gonna die. Yeah, there you go. Oh, hang on. I don't think I am where I'm supposed to be. Nope, I wasn't. Okay, I guess it's limited to just not drop below 1 HP realistically, I guess. That makes things a little easier. How am I? Oh, hang on. Alright, I can fly up by doing spacebar. No mind. I was stupid. That's what happens if you don't play the game for a few months' time. You kind of forget everything.
You can do this!
I meant to go down there, by the way. That kind of feels like I'm about to reach the end, really. Oh, maybe there's a little bit more left.
I embrace.
I trust.
I acknowledge.
I welcome.
I follow. I walk with. Tenoch, the one and many.
Oh right, we're still yet to receive the fire trailer, aren't we? But we're going to reach a destination. We're still yet to receive the fire trailer as well, I just realized that. which I guess will be happening as part of the...
Let my people light up your path. Mavuika is just up ahead. Now, go and bring forth a miracle reserved for the divine. You, the kindling we know as humanity.
Alright, and I guess we're about to basically meet up with Mavuika, but I think I'm just gonna take a quick 5-minute break and I will see us again in 5 minutes time. Alright, welcome back. I believe you should be hearing me again. Yep, there we go. Right, time to continue on. I believe we're about to meet up with Mavuika at this point. Go to where Goisoyev is, I think? Well, that's looking a little bit angry. But it looks like Mavuika's already up there. Okay, I guess I need to dodge these things.
It's too late. Resistance is futile.
If I had to guess? Yeah, I do have to dodge. Where am I supposed to be going? I guess this way, I see. Oh. Hang on.
Extinguished, for the world will always fall to darkness.
Oh, that was E. Okay, there we go. No, I remember that I should be able to like somehow jump, but I forgot how exactly it works. It does work similar to Sumo, I guess. Yeah, so we're basically combining each of these. What's the name again? I don't recall it. Don't recall the precise name. Yeah, basically we're recapping each of the ones' powers. Oh, I missed that on. It looks like we're getting close to it, I think. Now, how exactly am I supposed to be dodging that? I guess this way, I see. I guess it's a way to how to react to these.
War is nothing but a hopeless.
Basically, it might be. Oh, I think we're getting to the end. It might be possible that. Well, it survived barely, I guess, but it might be possible that it just capped it on 1 HP again, anyway. Interesting how they switched to the water troll again. But if you think about it, it kind of makes sense because it's the last troll that we actually received.
If you so yearn for the agony of death, then bow down to its true appearance!
And I would say that's the upcoming boss fight then. Let's see what we end up facing. If we do it all, but I'm pretty sure that we are gonna face an enemy.
You who traverse the stars, fear not. Natlan has placed its trust in you. Descender, ignite your fire, the hope that burns within.
Hey, there we go. That's the fire traveler, I think. It isn't right for details. Okay, it's immediately C6. Interesting. Didn't expect that. That's kind of cool, actually. But it makes sense because you get the fire trouble at the end of the story, basically. So I believe in the previous ones, it was always that you got it immediately, but by touching the first stage of the statue of the seven, right? Which basically meant, or like that explained the confusion that happened while why the traveler didn't get it. But you were still getting these constellations, like, once you were progressing the story, I think you were getting, like, 3, and then there were some kind of other things you could do alongside to get actually T6, basically. But it looks like this time you get all of them at once. Interesting. Anyway. Is there anything interesting here? Oh, hang on. I just realized it always calls out the boss that we're actually facing, so I'm not sure if that's... if that means we actually keep these constellations, but... or rather if we just have... if these are a special set for the boss fight, actually. Because there's always Kosoya for it. It's always thing, so I don't think it's actually T6. It's just a different set of T6, basically. Well, anyway, I guess I'm not gonna change anything.
I have witnessed the light of this flame dozens of times. Night will return.
Yeah, I'm not dealing well, though.
Failure. Failure.
I do only have the Trollo, though. It's not even like I could do something different. Unless I need to wait for something? But it's suddenly feeling like a no. Oh, hang on, I did get a shield. Maybe...
You are loyal to the wrong master.
Okay, I see. So it's similar to, I guess, Mondstadt boss, in which... oh god, it's doing a lot... it's not doing much damage, is it? There's a lot of curiosity. No, it is pre-filled with artifacts. Those are mine. So this is meant as it is. Which makes things interesting, because I don't think it's an easy one. Is it? It really isn't, in my opinion. Am I missing something? I don't know. It feels like I'm missing something, but... unless I need to like reread what he's doing. That wasn't what I meant. Unless I need to reread what... hang on. Am I missing something? Because this is getting way too long. Well, basically decreased pyro-res. I'm not sure. It sounds to me like I was about to say
Devour.
Watch out, traveler!
I don't think I can really do anything against that. So
All will be mine to seize, devour, and destroy.
I'm getting the vibe. Okay, I think it was intentional, though I shouldn't be reading this. I was just distracted for a second there because thank you, Discord overlay. It just randomly popped up on my screen, and I was confused if it's also showing up on OBS, but I don't think it is. But I guess it is intentional that you shouldn't be even able to. Can I work now? No, I cannot. Keep marching on ahead.
Journey shall end in vain.
This is something.
Even with borrowed celestial power, your destruction is in.
You march to an end you cannot change. Millennia of struggle, all in vain.
Makes me wonder what happens if I just stand here. I don't think that anything does. I think it's just telling you to go further, basically. There's no time limit or anything.
The lives of the Descenders are more valuable than you can imagine. You've destroyed this world's hope with your own hands.
Oh, are they blaming? I guess they're blaming Mavuika for the Traveler basically being.
Fail, then why do you fear?
Those Descendants is, I think, for example, someone like the Traveler. We know that there are more, but. Is it supposed to be like that what we're facing here, blaming Mavuika for basically the Traveler dying or something?
We embark on a pilgrimage for the wishes of the people. We choose to battle, to earn a glorious name. And in the end, we burn to cinders for a dream.
I feel like I recognize this place, by the way, but I'm not quite sure. It's giving me station-wise, but it's not a
so the cycle continued, time after time.
Can I go back? I can. But there's no reason to. Anyway. Now where are we at? What is... I don't recall this place at all. I don't think we've been here before, so... I'm noticing that the overlay thing is getting bigger. The closer we get up there.
My fate is to bring this journey to an end, once and for all!
Well, I can't jump, that's for sure, but we are... okay, there is a trail. Oh, okay, no, I wanted to walk along here, but anyway.
Listen.
Did they lose? No, it can't be.
Oh, I was about to say, what happened to the Zion?
Murders of memory and legend. Those who grew
I
up
was about to ask how did they recognize it, but that I say the fire's just gone, that's why.
those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
So if I guess correctly, they're probably just trying to, like, lure them on again, basically. Mavuika, I think, is still doing fine. But the Traveler certainly wasn't. We're still missing Wastelands.
We won't give up hope. This is where we forge our future. With our own 2 hands!
Is that a fight already over there? Or nope, it isn't.
The flames of hope still burn within you.
And now Mavuika joins us as well.
But with fear comes darkness, and with darkness, dominion. In darkness the world was born, and so it shall return.
Okay, then. Okay, where am I supposed to be going? Oh. That's not done. First thing I'm getting about that I should probably... I'm pretty sure... Am I still supposed to be flying this? I think so, probably?
Pyroclastic surge!
It's against the fire, it's okay. This makes me want Makiri style, because that basically means, I mean, the constellations we have is, I think, focused on the boss fight. Or the fire traveler is. So, I'm wondering... It probably means you do get a separate stack of constellations, right? Basically, it should. I don't like Mavuika's doing things alongside, but it isn't really. At least I think so. Might as well. Probably gonna need. Kneel before what? That sounds a little weird.
Bring forth the faith of the 6 tribes and bestow absolute freedom upon
Accursed
our heroes.
angels, vanished greed. You should have long since been.
We need to purify the totem poles.
Is that creations and it should have been that, I think. Not sure what it would. Makes me kind of curious. Why are they like censoring it or like corrupting it or something? You had a Wasteland earlier. Why are you suddenly not have one?
Soul is noble and pure.
Hero is just his starting point.
Why do you struggle when you are so weary? Why must... No one fights alone!
Oh, what am I supposed to do?
You toil in vain, and your blood is a worthless sacrifice.
Can I just switch to the... Yeah, okay. Which is weird. I think these are two symbols for the tribes. Yeah. That's why they showed up, that's why.
Wherever he calls home, surely that land is a place of freedom and warmth.
So that's 4 or 6 tribes powering it, I guess.
You toil in vain,
And we have one more.
worthless sacrifice.
Oh, okay. We sit in the shadows. So, what am I supposed to attack though?
Burn through the endless night!
This thing? I guess so.
Enough, you foolish pests!
I admire his wisdom. How he always lives in the moment.
Being his friend makes me so happy.
Enough, you foolish pests!
We will take back Natlan's future!
Oh, I see. I didn't realize he was in the background here. That's what was supposed to be ending, huh?
Scary. But with the traveler around, there's always hope. There's no challenge too great. As long as we're together, we can do anything. We will never, ever, ever stop moving forward. Because that's what it means.
I'm dealing in a little bit for the Muslims. You know what? That's a done, I think. So is everything done now, or? No, but I guess hop on the bike, I guess, or something.
Hop on!
Well, and there you go. That's it done, basically. Or that's it done. That kind of makes me quite curious what we'll see in the final chapter already. Well, not really final chapter, is it? But final nation, really. Your friends cheer return as the people of Natlan celebrate your victory. So you doctor check for signs of abyssal corrosion. Because basically the thing is, like, we went from monster, which was like this.
Unbelievable. No signs of abyssal corruption whatsoever. The same goes for the Pyro Archon.
Because one thing I'm basically noticing, right, or like, I think people at this point have noticed, is we've gone from Mondstadt, which was like basically entirely medieval, right, to over time, like Summer was always a bit more technical, with like the, what was it called, the Kasha system or something like that, and then Fontaine was always also becoming even more technical with like all these cogs and so on, like this. And now we have Natlan, where Mavuika basically just travels on a bike, which, if you compare it to what we have in Mondstadt, it doesn't really match, in my opinion. But it also makes me kind of curious what we'll see in Shnesnaya, which I think should release later this year, realistically.
Well, in that case, just get some rest and enjoy your victory.
That means there's officially nothing to worry about! You won! You actually won! Paimon knew you could do it!
And of course it makes things interesting on what we're seeing with like this guy's fake thing.
You did it again, Traveler. Your
The thing that they were teasing
remarkable.
back in like 1.x something. And then they brought more in focus in the Natlan story.
And now, Natlan is finally free from the threat of the abyss.
Maybe in 5.7. I haven't seen the trailer, to be
Welcome
honest.
back, great hero. I can't wait to tell your story to everyone.
We should record it on a woven scroll too. That way your story will be preserved in my tribe for generations to come.
Don't we have that
I'm
one
sure
scroll?
the grannies and gramps back home are
Or was it
already
used
on it.
up? I think it might have been used up, right?
Amazing job, Traveler. Becoming the first Outlander with an ancient name definitely makes you a legend.
The Lord of the Night was right to place her trust in you. She chose the perfect name.
But the most important thing is that you made it back safe. Now I don't have to worry about the rescue plan. You came up with a rescue plan? Well, the Traveler already saved me once. So yeah, if things got risky down there, I was gonna charge in and rescue him.
I don't think it would be quite so simple, Kachina. But still... If something like that really did happen, I'd come for you too, no matter what it took.
Well, I guess we're now basically a legend in Natlan as well, if you think about it. I mean, that's all basically all the stories have been going, right? At this point, the show is well known in the entirety of Teyvat, so...
Bravery aside, I try not to act on impulse. But I suppose there's an exception to every rule.
Yes, Wolfman's here again, so I guess they didn't was in the cutscene for some reason? Because I know Kenichi wasn't voiced in the original update, original version where this story came out, and like the versions before that. So they have now catched up on these voice lines, but not on the cutscene, which is interesting. And the main trailer still isn't voiced either, so there you go.
Wait, really? Who did you see?
Now we see about to just name everyone. He is indeed naming everyone. So we got help from the people still living up here, basically, and we got help from the people that are unfortunately
So, you heard everything
and
we
are
said?
unfortunately no longer here, basically.
Those messages became part of your name during the forging process. I just didn't expect them to come in handy at such a crucial moment.
To think that you heard them, though, that's a little embarrassing.
Hey, what's embarrassing about that? I'll say it again right now. Being your friend makes me so happy.
Good one, Koichi.
Things are looking lively over here. How you feeling, Traveler?
I believe surprisingly fine.
Great. Just what I wanted to hear. The preparations for your celebration ceremony are almost complete.
Celebration ceremony?
Of course, we're gonna get a send-off.
According
already.
to tradition, we hold a celebration ceremony for our most outstanding warriors after their final pilgrimage. In most cases, outstanding means warriors who earned more than 20 victories in the Night Warden Wars. It's an
in most
exceedingly
cases,
rare
I guess.
honor. You can think of it almost like a lifetime achievement award.
We haven't held one of those ceremonies in a long time, though.
True, but given the Traveler's exceptional contribution to this victory, I think he's more than worthy of the honor. Let's head to the center of the stadium, and I'll announce the honor to everyone. You deserve a formal round of applause for this achievement.
Ooh, then I'm gonna grab the best seat in the house.
Wait, I'm coming too! Camera! This calls for a camera!
Slow down, there's no rush. Mavuika, if this ceremony is to celebrate defeating the Abyss, don't you deserve the same honor?
What's the point of holding a victory feast for yourself? Besides, I'm already the Pyro Archon. That's enough honor for a lifetime.
When did I mute the mic? I have no idea. Anyway.
Let's go. Everyone's waiting for us. Today, Natlan's long struggle against the Abyss has met its end. Many fought for this day and gave their lives for this cause. We must not forget them, or the heroic Outlander who lent us their aid.
But yeah, I mean, looking forward.
His ancient name, Tumaini, will be immortalized in the history of Natlan. From this point on, there will be no more Night Warden Wars, and I pray the Ode of Resurrection will never again need to bring back the Fallen.
I'm not sure about that one, to be honest.
We fought for a singular purpose. Peace. And now, it has been achieved. The funeral to commemorate the fallen will be held on a later day. But in the meantime, our hero will embark on a parade of blessings. Let us send him off with a round of applause.
I'm a little bit surprised about it. Well, we no longer need this thing.
And show him the warmth and gratitude of our people.
I wouldn't call it out like this, to be honest.
Yeah! Woohoo! All right!
Unless I've missed something I'm missing, which might be fair, but still.
Go on. This is your moment. You should savor it. Now that the threat of the Abyss has been eliminated, we finally have a chance to restore the Night Kingdom.
But you would, or at least you would hope that you would no longer need it, but realistically...
I'll take care of that first.
I have the mild feeling that things are gonna get tough soon. But I guess maybe not necessarily for Natlan, really. Receive the crown? What? Hang on, what happens if I just like... I can? What? Hang on, you can see that it's blocked off on the map. I'm kind of curious though, I want to see if anything happens. If you give me the opportunity to walk away, I will do it. Okay, never mind. Disappointing. Anyway. I wouldn't be really doing this if I was really there, but I just had to try it, you know. If the game guy gives me the option for some reason walk away, then I'm just gonna try it, really. But let's go back to where I'm actually supposed to be at, which is right here.
Just a moment, great hero. Before you set out on the parade of blessings, please accept these feathered accessories.
So we're just getting a crown of some
Bestow
sorts?
these gifts to every hero who receives this honor. They are proof of your bravery and strength, and mark you as a role model for all in Natlan.
Thank you for everything. Thank you for saving us from the abyss.
Now, the person who has the honor of adorning you with these gifts is none other than one of Natlan's most outstanding warriors, Chaska.
Oh,
well done.
It's just someone we know.
Well, to be fair, would it be someone else?
You sound disappointed.
By someone we know, Paimon meant a cherished comrade. Now, to be fair, there's an argument to be made that it's kind of surprising that it's not done by the Archon, really.
Exactly! It makes this moment even more special because we're already friends.
Well, both in a personal capacity and as a representative of all warriors in Natlan, I bestow upon you this blessing. May your flame forever burn, pure and bright.
With us by your side,
It kind of
you'll
looks
never
nice, though.
fight alone.
Time to embark on your parade of blessings.
I'm still slightly annoyed that we can't keep these things on, by the way.
Hey, hero! We're here
At least I don't think we can. It kind of looks nice.
Great hero! Could you look this way for a sec?
Toru, by the way.
Yeah! Enjoy the parade!
What's Kachina doing here? I guess it's just walking, running around. Where's everyone else, by the way? So Kachina was there, I think Malani and so on were here somewhere? Or are they not even here? Oh, hang on, we can talk to her again.
Everyone's waiting for your victory parade.
Okay, oh, I see, I think I see them up there, I see. Well, in that sense, I guess I just need to go up here then.
Over here! Over here! Quick, take a picture. We can turn it...
As the sun shines down on our nation. Another victory for Natlan. Can I take a picture of you, please?
Well, that's certainly interesting. And where are we meeting up next?
Great hero! Could I have a moment of your time?
Sure.
A lot of people here really look up to you and would love to get a picture or an autograph. You don't mind indulging them for a little bit, do you?
Not really.
Wow, look at all the people. They must have been waiting here for a long time.
I mean, I guess they're literally all of the people that found Natlan.
That doesn't
Just a few
That's
files,
right.
realistically.
The photo booth is this way, and the autograph area is over there. The parade of blessings will continue in that direction. So head to the next area whenever you're ready. We'll be...
Oh, sorry.
Over here!
So...
It's the great hero! Quick, get ready to take a picture!
Where am I supposed to be going? It sounded like I'm supposed to be doing something optional, but... Am I missing something, or like... Where am I supposed to be heading? Oh, I see, no, and there's shit. Okay, I'm just supposed to be there, going there.
Yes, that's it.
Thank you!
And I guess it's just waiting all in line at this point.
Oh, that pose is perfect.
Such a precious memento.
Wow, it looks great.
Just a few pictures, by the way.
Can I have one more photo? Just one more?
Sorry, only one photo per person. There's
Considering so many people are already waiting.
It's okay. One is enough. One is more than enough.
Oh, look over here. Perfect. This is going straight into the next issue.
Thank you, hero. Thank you so much for everything you've done for Natlan.
All right, that's all the film. No more pictures, everyone.
Huh? Aww.
Well, that sucks for the... I'm kind of surprised by that
We
one.
can't keep our great hero here forever. Thank you for your participation and your
I was kind
understanding,
of expecting,
everyone.
like, them basically saying, yeah, we're going to take 1,000 pics with literally everyone.
enthusiastic. I'll bet she can make a small fortune by selling photos of you to people in Natlan. All right. It was just a joke.
Oh, realistically, you probably could.
There's a bunch of people waiting for you here, too! Woohoo!
Thank you for indulging, everyone. It meant a lot to them.
Alright, well, that's photos taken. Next up, I'm supposed to be going here. What do we have here?
Line up, everyone. Single file, please. The hero will begin signing autographs.
Oh, I see, okay. Am I supposed to be like... Oh, okay.
Thank you.
It's like, well, if I'm supposed to be
I'll
like...
treasure this for the rest of my
Dra
life.
drawing the entire thing, I would just basically lose.
The hero's autograph? I actually got the hero's autograph?
Go for me a few more. Just a few.
All right, last one. The great hero has a parade to finish.
And there are probably once
Thank
again
you for taking
some
the time
people
to sign those
that
autographs.
didn't get one.
We really appreciate it.
Alright, time to continue on with something. Or is Kachina again?
Sorry to bother you, great hero. I'm a messenger from the Scions of the Canopy. I know everyone's been curious about the hidden message behind Tumaini.
Every ancient name has a story behind it and comes with a certain mantra. Usually, the Wayab reveal those mantras to our chiefs in a dream, but yours is still unknown to us.
Well, I guess it's time to tell them.
Like the lines the 6 heroes recited when they appeared? But, where do they come from? Is it something you have to decide, Traveler?
In the beginning there was darkness. And someone set themselves aflame. It ended the universe no light. Okay.
That was beautiful! I've got it all down!
That's the final element of your ancient name, right? That means you've been completely
Oh, I
accepted
see.
by Natlan's ley lines!
From the Lord of the Night herself? Legendary. Truly
Well, considering
legendary.
basically saved the entirety of Natlan, really.
Tumaini! Tumaini! Tumaini!
We're supposed to be interacting with some people on
Oh,
it?
you're here too! And you brought a bunch of friends!
Oh, they're all facing me. Oh, whoa, all following me. We're supposed to be like... Oh, hang on. Well, I gladly take those. Like, I don't think I can pick up here. I don't think so. Oh, I think they got stuck. Hang on. Come here. There we go.
Look, they're dancing!
For music! For the sacred flame and... Huh?
I accidentally
It's the
cut off
great
something.
hero! Please, come dance with us!
Whoa! What do you think, Traveler? Should we join them?
Um...
Alright! Paimon's always willing to try something new!
Oh, it's a minigame. Interesting. You could have skipped that, interesting enough, which... I mean, the do it was highlighted, basically, which... probably means that you should have picked that. But interesting how you could have apparently skipped it. What happens if I would miss one of these? I'm not gonna try, but...
Hey, not bad! You're a natural!
Let's hear it for our hero!
I'm not gonna try fanning it, because why might as well do it, but anyway. Alright, I can talk to them again.
For music and for the sacred flame!
Or not really, I guess it's just talking to itself, really. There we go.
We now arrive at the end of the Parade of Blessings. Let us offer the Traveler our
And we've already
blessings one more
met the
time
end.
and give him a resounding round of applause. Woohoo! Yeah! All right! Woo!
Think about it, I think that's the first time that the Traveler was celebrated this way, technically.
That's a hero's welcome if Paimon ever saw one,
I believe he has left every single location with, like, positive feelings, right? But
You deserve it, of course.
I think that's the first time we have had an actual celebration like this.
Traveler, Paimon! Finally, I was looking everywhere for you.
St. Molly! Why didn't you come to the parade?
That's a good question.
Never mind that. I have something important to tell you. Come with me.
Oh. Something important. Well, let's
I
see.
went to
at least
revisit the
that over.
revelations in my dreams as soon as you came back from battle. But I couldn't fall asleep just anywhere. I needed somewhere private. I didn't want anyone to overhear me sleep talk or watch me contort myself into some weird position. Anyway, that's not the important part. It's about Mavuika's death. Her fate hasn't
Right.
changed at all.
What?
So there's still something that we're not quite off the woods yet, it appears.
Didn't you defeat the bad guy behind all this? Does that mean the war isn't over?
No. The disaster is over, but my dreams never lie. That's why I came to find you. I need to know what I'm missing. Where is Mavuika right now? Did she tell you what she's planning?
Not really. I mean, I was wondering why Mavuika isn't taking care of, like, the ceremony.
She said she was going to restore the Night Kingdom. Compared to fighting the Abyss, that should be pretty easy, right?
Huh, well, actually...
Easy? Not so much. We can't restore the ley lines without the Lord of the Night, and I'm not sure she has enough power to do it on her own. The Lord of the Night is weak right now. She told us that herself, remember? I'll admit, restoring the ley lines is simpler than reconstructing them entirely, but it's still no easy feat.
So we're not out of the woods yet. I mean, you still need to save Mavuika, basically.
True. If the Lord of the Night could restore the ley lines by herself, all Mavuika would need to do is tell her we won.
Not even that. The Lord of the Night knows the ley lines better than anyone. I'm sure she knew of your victory before us all. Point being, this matter is far more complicated than the Archon made it out to be. We need to get to the bottom of this.
But why would she hide the truth from us? Well, probably doesn't want us to, like, worry about her.
Mavuika has accepted her death, remember?
And that.
For her to let someone else dictate her end, there can only be one possibility. She must think the outcome of her death is worth it. The moment Mavuika used the Ruler of Death's power, death was demanded in return. Not necessarily as repayment for her aid, but as a rule. That means Mavuika doesn't have to just sacrifice herself to the Ruler of Death. She can still use her death to get something in return.
Dying for a cause.
Then let's get going! Where do you think she went? Could it be where we found the source mechanism?
Well, how about she just dies of old age? How about
The
that?
Lord of the Night should now be able to appear anywhere in Natlan. What we need to know is where the Ruler of Death can be summoned. According to the Lord of the Night, the Ruler of Death is one of the Shining Shades, an extremely elusive figure. Even woven scrolls dating back thousands of years have nearly no mentions of her.
Yeah, Mavuika once met Shabalanka. She told us about it before.
Right! Shabalanka created the rules of Natlan by borrowing power from the Ruler of Death. That means he's met her before. Do you know where we can find him? Or, his resting place?
Legend remembers him as a wise ruler, one who left little behind.
So, basically...
But there is a place we could check. Natlan, the ruins we now refer to as Cinder City.
Natlan, it sounds like some kind of old Natlan,
It was
basically.
built on the site of a dragon city and became known as the first city of the Pyro Archon. That's most likely where Shabalanka met the Ruler of Death.
Right.
Alright, then to Cinder City it is! Yeah, Paimon's gonna stick with that name.
You were pretty close. It just needed to add Natlan at the end.
It's not easy to get there, so follow me. I'll take you.
Well then, we still have something to go. Oh. What is that?
Man, this place really is hard to get to. And, Paimon wasn't the only one who saw that weird thing up there, right? All those eyes inside of it? Talk about creepy.
I believe that's how the Ruler of Death keeps an eye on Tevat. Quick, this way. We're almost there.
That's concerning. Oh, I don't want to fall down. Go to where Mavuika is. Now let's hope we can still somehow save her or something. And hopefully somehow take her in the room.
I have grown weary of the endless wait. The fate of this land is of no interest to me anymore.
However, you humans managed to meet the expectations of the heavenly principles. For that result, you deserve praise. Mavuika, As the price for using my power, I shall now bear witness to your death. And with you, the war that your nation has waged for more than 1,000 years shall meet its end.
So, actually, I wonder what happens afterwards.
Mavuika!
You got here sooner than I expected.
What are you doing?
Actually, what would happen afterwards? I guess Natlan will still try and get a new Archon, right?
Closing the final chapter on the plan that has consumed Natlan for 500... No. For the entirety of our history. We've eradicated the Abyss from Natlan, but its power remains in worlds beyond Teyvat. Tremendous and unyielding.
Words beyond Teyvat.
Only by completely restoring the Night Kingdom can we defend against its corrosion in the long run. But the architect of the Night Kingdom is near her end. She lacks the power for such a task. And worse still, if her life force is depleted, the rules of Natlan disappear along with her.
And I guess it means like this ceremony and so on, everything we already have here.
We have no need for the Ode of Resurrection right now. But it remains Natlan's strongest defense should the Abyss return
That was
one day.
what I was wondering. I was like saying the thing earlier where like we no longer need it. It was kind of I'm not sure about that one.
So, you're planning to...
Yes. My plan is to once again place my life within the sacred flame. 500 years ago, I gave my life for the chance to be reborn in this era. A chance to see all my plans to completion. And now, to sustain the Lord of the Night, I will give my life once more.
I respect your decision, Mavuika. But this method requires an immense sacrifice. The flames of your life force are exceedingly strong. But a life sustained by fire is one destined to die out one day. What will you do then?
I mean, I guess she managed to hold it for 500 years, basically, I guess.
I've thought about that. With the Abyss out of the picture for now, the Sacred Flame's power will be consumed at a much slower rate. My life force should be able to sustain it for another 200 or 300 years.
Well, we'll be gone by then.
Future Pyro Archons will continue to seek new sources of fire. As long as Natlan's legacy endures, the Night Kingdom will survive, impervious to the Abyss.
Once again, you place hope in the hands of the future.
That makes me wonder, does that mean Mavuika was in the Archon for like 500 years? But it does imply that she was gone for like a while, doesn't it? So like...
But the pilgrimage can replenish the power of the sacred flame. We can give it that meaning. Why shoulder this burden by yourself?
Because I want the pilgrimage to change. The pilgrimage was an essential part of our struggle against the Abyss. A grand competition full of promise and glory. But it also chained our people to an inescapable destiny.
Well, technically you could just continue doing the ceremony. But I guess there's no longer a war to go to.
Fear and anxiety have been our constant companions. We knew what the consequences would be if we laid down our arms. Morality left us with no other choice. And so, Natlan became the nation of war. This is where Xbalanque defeated the dragons and granted our people the liberation of their flesh. And now, in the same place, I have the chance to grant them the liberation of their spirit. There will be no war, only competition. One fueled by our dreams for the future, rather than a desperate struggle for survival. A new future deserves a new meaning. A chance to take a definitive step forward.
Very noble indeed. But what does any of this have to do with you? You speak of duty, but not yourself. In my eyes, Mavuika, you are not inherently special. A child of Natlan among countless others.
That's a bad thing to say to the fire icon, really.
Yes. The situation is urgent, and the ley lines must be restored right away. But it is...
That is where we differ, Lord of the Night. You see all humans as the same, but I understand what it means to be a leader. A leader is swift and decisive in the face of reality. Someone capable of making the right choice even when there are no good options on the table. Sacrificing the remainder of my life to help Natlan overcome this crisis. That
It makes
is
me
the
curious,
right choice.
though. Let's see what'll happen.
After all, leadership is built on the trust of ordinary people. Without them, there is no Archon.
We have had one
The
Archon disappear
people look to their
before,
leader to make
which
the
is what
world a
happened in
better
Fontaine.
place and stand up for them when it counts. For that reason, I must see my duty through to the very end.
But what about you, Mavuika? You still haven't talked about what you want. Is it that unimportant to you?
It's not important, Citlali.
Because she doesn't really
There
want
is nothing more
that to
important than protecting the
influence
future we
what
built
she's doing.
together.
See, it's hard to argue with a launch. She probably knew that we would come and prepared what to say in advance. I mean, she literally said we were there earlier than she thought we would.
I shall accept Mavuika's sacrifice for the Lord of the Night as her death, and I will bear witness to
Also
the
going to
very
work,
end.
by the way.
Thus concludes the deal I made with Xbalanque several thousand years ago. Lord of the Night, you may now begin.
What happens
What are you
if the Lord of the
waiting
Night
for?
just doesn't do it?
There is another who wishes to take part in the ceremony. And I cannot disregard their intentions. I must wait for
Oh.
them to arrive.
Who's trying to join?
Another?
I was to bear witness to a death, and now the situation is increasingly
Who's trying to
tense.
join? Capitano? We haven't really seen anything from him in quite some time.
If the life of this second individual fails to meet my requirements, I fear I may lose my patience.
Rest assured, his life will hold equal value.
It's gotta be
I
Capitano,
am the helper
right?
of humanity, and I must always place their demands first, no matter who the human may be.
Thinking about it, I mean, kind of makes most sense. If I think about it, who could it be? I mean, not like anyone of the normal people. I mean, like people like, I mean, Citlali is already here. She's not gonna throw her into herself into the fire. It's gotta be like Capitano or something.
Cumbersome. But there is nothing to be done. Such is the duty of an angel.
And I know that Capitano definitely has the opinion that he kind of needs to serve Natlan of some sorts, because he was effectively saved by
Wait.
Natlan, I think.
This feeling.
We made it.
Oh, hang on. Oren says we. It's definitely Capitano, isn't it? Yeah, there we go.
Thank you for showing me the way.
The captain?
So I think that basically means the captain wants, or Capitano basically wants to take Mavuika's place, I think.
The other individual you mentioned. It was him?
Indeed. Like you, he carries many lofty ideals.
Mavuika, I understand how you feel, and if I were an ordinary mortal, I would have no reason to stop you. But like you, I've been waiting for this day for too long, and I can offer a better solution.
Is he just gonna substitute for Mavuika?
You created this new future, and you deserve to guide its direction. Your life should not end here. But death is the end I have been trying to reach all along. I have come this far to use my death to open the gates of the ley lines to my people.
If you think about it, the Canaria thing, right? That kind of... If I remember correctly, in one of the previous like stories, I believe it was officially said that like all these villagers were basically people from Canaria that just went crazy because they can't die or something.
Your people?
Wait, it's also I saw my
That's right.
dream.
They have been with me for the past 500 years.
But how? Carrying that many souls within you? There's no way you could keep your consciousness intact.
Whereas he's probably just barely hanging on.
Besides, you weren't affected by the source mechanism like I was.
Do you still remember the voice that you heard? It came from my heart. With the help of technology from Conria, my heart was modified to convert memories and souls from the ley lines into knowledge. As a result, I became extremely sensitive to souls, and developed the ability to sense their presence, much like yourself. After encountering countless lost souls during the disaster 500 years ago, I forsook the capacity for knowledge granted by the modification, and used my heart as a vessel instead.
And he basically took a bunch of people on.
The lives of my comrades, as well as many Natlanese, have been stored here ever since.
Does that mean you just want to set him free?
And you want to send them home?
Yes. The ley lines will not accept them. But by merging my existence with the Lord of the Night, I can become master of the ley lines and change the rules entirely.
Interesting.
He expressed this to me, and I agreed. The captain envisions a kinder and fairer set of rules for humanity. In addition, he aims to challenge the authority of the ruler of death. In a word, his goal is revenge.
Revenge?
Well, that's certainly something.
After all, it's because of her that I bear the curse of immortality, the curse of absolute life.
I now understand that which you seek.
Then, bear witness to my resolve and hatred. The people of Conria committed grave sins, and for that, we were cursed to suffer endless physical torment, cursed to witness the demise of everything we held dear.
So, I guess it does officially mean that Mavuika's probably getting out of this, but the captain slots in as a substitute. My understanding.
Most of us were innocent. Most of us knew nothing of the Five Sinners' exploitation of abyssal power. Myself included. If I sacrifice my life for the Lord of the Night, you get the death you desire. But, at the same time, the curse of immortality would negate the very death you seek.
So what will happen then?
Left unresolved, that paradox could uproot the natural order of this world. Even you, great ruler of death, lack the capacity to bear the consequences of that outcome.
Okay, so that'll be interesting. No, so I think it just dropped a bit of a nugget there that I wasn't aware of yet.
Your curse is now the tool with which I will overturn the oppression of the gods. This is my challenge to you. Forsake one of your rules. The choice is yours.
Your new heart has limitless potential, and
and you have wielded it with bravery and honor.
I think that when we have rushed to
I
Canary.
grant you the title of Sentinel Knight. Like the 4 pillars of strength, you will continue to safeguard the glory of Conria.
The glory
It
of
is.
Conria.
Our land,
Yeah, that basically confirms it.
our dignity,
So that makes things
and
curious.
every comrade who fights alongside us.
The Night Kingdom is almost destroyed. Our fallen soldiers, your comrades, they have nowhere to go. Huh? What are you doing? Are you taking all their souls with you? You're just an ordinary
Yep, that's basically
person.
what he confirmed.
Can't bear that kind of burden.
No hero should have to wander alone.
The curse of immortality. Using immortality to fight death. Using my
That makes
rules
things curious. So
against
what will actually win out?
Make your choice. Reject your rules. Or allow me to trigger the paradox.
The curse of immortality must stand. Use it to fulfill your final wish.
Well fought, my lord.
So does that mean he basically starts in as a substitute and in the process doesn't die because of the Canaria thing? The Canaria curse.
Yes. Let's go together.
I mean, it sounds like it.
The captain, he...
Can we walk up there?
The curse of immortality still exists. Does that mean the captain will never move from this place?
Lord of the Night, is the captain still with us?
There is no need to pursue traces of him. For those cursed with immortality, release from the mortal coil is the greatest form of peace.
So one thing I'm curious though, they did just, or he just dropped a bit of a nugget there, story nugget, which I'm not sure if it was mentioned before. If they
Even
will,
so,
like, they abuse abyss power
Please,
and
pass on my
so on.
gratitude. His long journey has finally come to a close. I suppose this is a happy ending for him. I cannot imagine how much pain he endured over the past 500 years. Or how much strength it took to never stray from his goal.
There's something I've been trying to figure out. I don't think I ever saw him sleep.
Oh, interesting.
I tried to ask him about it on the way here, but he didn't answer. Just like always, he never talks about himself.
It's probably due to the voices.
But yeah, I was feeling it might be something along those lines where he just... If everybody sleeps, he's probably gonna be haunted by all these souls he
When
has,
souls
so...
merge in a single being, their voices echo endlessly through the
But
mind.
realistically, you probably shouldn't have survived that, really.
Souls that retain memories of their death often scream and wail in despair. Considering the number of souls inside him, that effect would be even greater.
So, over the past 500 years, he didn't sleep? At all?
The one that Dane's method of slowing the decay of his body didn't work for him. I'm surprised he even survived these 500 years, to be honest.
Without experiencing the curse of immortality, We will never truly know his agony. But I can see why his hatred for the ruler of death was so strong. In the end, he used that immortality to his advantage, and granted the Lord of the Night eternal life by fusing his existence with hers. Well fought, Captain.
You may wonder why the Night Kingdom, a land of souls, was unable to accept the souls adrift on the surface. The reason lies in the Heavenly Principle's modifications to the ley lines. The original purpose was to help counter the Abyss. And so, their stability was paramount. But at one point in time, Natlan's ley lines were decimated. Even after reconstruction, the rules needed for the Ode of Resurrection made it impossible to reconnect the ley lines to other nations.
So, interesting. Okay, that makes sense, because I guess that would mean that other people's nations could also be resurrected or something.
That unique quality is precisely what drew the captain to Natlan.
Did he try the same thing in other nations?
Probably.
Yes. But all those attempts ended in failure. He fought to save Natlan not only to defeat the Abyss, but because this is the only land where the souls within him could find salvation. We met not long ago to talk about that very possibility. And
Because probably
I
that
confirmed
place
the
where we met up
feasibility of his
with,
plan.
where Oron was meeting up with this, like, comrade, basically.
I too recognize the need to change the rules of the ley lines. Not only for the souls that wander this land, but for the outlanders that may perish here in the future. In the eyes of the Heavenly Principles, that kind of change is extremely risky, if not impermissible. But, as an angel, I have a duty to serve humanity. Such is
I mean,
my
certainly
mandate.
feeling like at this point that the game story is starting to,
Thank you
like,
for everything.
build a little towards
See,
something.
When I gave you the Pilgrim's Chronicle, I said something rather pessimistic to you. Do you remember? How many years of life are enough? 10? 100? I thought it made no difference. But now, I have the chance to live forever. I am immensely grateful to humanity for this gift. And I am deeply sorry I thought so little of it in the past.
So that's something I was thinking of, because obviously Capitano really rejects it. But I think that's also down to, well, if you have a body, realistically, the body probably won't make it internally infinitely long. So I guess that's basically the reason why Canarians kind of reject it. And meanwhile, Lord of the Night, I guess, who doesn't really have a body at this point. Glad he
You don't
accepts
need to
it, or
thank us.
maybe it just
You bear a heavy
changes opinions
responsibility.
after some time. I don't know. That could also be a thing.
No. That responsibility is the purpose of my existence. Farewell, humans. Creators of miracles. A new era awaits you.
Can we at least, like, walk to
Looks like she
Capitano?
returned to the Night Kingdom.
To, like, see him off for
So, this was the captain's goal
last time or
all
something? I don't know.
along. He fought to the end for all those souls and challenged the rules of the world in the process.
He was an outstanding warrior.
But that means Mavuika
He
does
took on
make
a
it
burden
out.
that was meant for me and even brought about a better outcome. It would seem I lost this duel. He was right. Natlan needs a leader to guide its future. If not a successor, then that responsibility will continue to be mine to bear. But for now, let us pay our final respects to this fallen hero.
And with that...
To my sister Hine.
Oh no, hang on.
I know all that remains in the Night Kingdom is your memory. But I still wanted to write a short letter to tell you about the situation after the war. After countless partings and farewells, Natlan has finally entered an era of peace.
Where are you going to drop the letter off though, by the way?
The pilgrimage is still a popular tournament, but now its only purpose is to showcase the thrill of competition, rather than select warriors.
Okay, I was
for
about to
war.
wonder, I mean, sure it has lost the main purpose why it was originally created, but it's still but it can still hold it, really.
Our cultural legacy is not rooted in our suffering. In this era of peace, Natlan's fire will burn brighter than ever. With the restoration of the Night Kingdom, our people are now free to leave our borders, and many have set their sights on the wonders of Tibet.
Yeah, that reminds me, they did previously say that actually, people can't really leave the Night Kingdom, sorry, Natlan, because if they would do that, it would change drastically or something.
I'm sure many exciting and eye-opening adventures await them.
So that sounds quite heavy that they are actually, like, able to get somewhere
And
else.
although our battle scars will fade, the stories of our heroes will never be forgotten.
What is that? Is it like... They're trying to make something out of yarn, and I guess Aron is struggling with that.
When a new you returns to this land one day, I know you'll recognize the significance of this war and all we lost. The land we love has not been destroyed, but grows stronger by the day. I will forever be grateful that I got to see you again. And when the flames deliver this letter to you, I hope you know how much I miss you. I actually got the chance to finish this painting.
Oh.
And not a moment too soon. It's time to bid farewell to all the fallen.
Gotta take a screenshot of that, of course. And I guess that officially concludes the Natlan main story then. Or maybe not just yet. We still have the memorial ceremony, I see.
Hey, is that part new? Paimon's never seen it before.
Right, so actually are we? Oh. In a section of the map I haven't even explored yet. I see. I think we're so... Oh, no, we did explore, because I think... Yeah. Okay, no, I just never collected it, I guess. What is that, though? I have no idea what it is, but... Oh, yeah, that's showing the traveler. Looks kind of cool, though. I feel like I'm supposed to interact with that, but I know it's not doing anything really. Might as well do this though. We do still have a bit of time to go, I guess. Or whatever. Better pick safe, I don't know. Anyway. Let's just go down there. Then. Let's see. I'm just gonna ignore you down there. Well, I am walking the wrong direction, I think. Are they holding it? Up there, I think? Yeah, there might be up there. No one then. Right, let's see. But it does mean... Well, Mavuika survives, luckily enough. There's another one of these here. I'm not sure what they are. While I'm already here, might as well collect the statue of the Seven, because apparently I didn't. So Mavuika survived. They knocked it off.
Something's hiding behind that statue! Aw, it's a baby Ectomisaur! So cute! Although, why is it staring at us?
I was just trying to get the statue of the Seven.
Traveler!
I'm not sure what I just started. I don't think it is. I don't think that's place for her. I don't think that's part of the main story.
How long was Paimon out?
Yeah, I have no idea. Doesn't feel like it was too long though.
Ectomisaur for like a second, and then she was suddenly pulled into this strange place with a huge Ectomisaur.
Kind of feels like we have some story coming up
idea
here.
what happened?
Nope.
Traveler? Hey, what's wrong?
Whatever brings sound.
It's that baby Ectomisaur! Seems like it wants us to follow it. Paimon's adventurous side says we have to see where this leads.
Yeah, that's a... Okay, that's a side story. I guess it's one of these... hang on, because... Yeah, if you look at stories, we didn't get these character missions from Natlan, but we instead got these. Which I guess I just started? Is it that one? What did I just start? Masters of the Night Wind, yeah. Yeah, so basically just started that, basically. Anyway. Not what I intended, I wanted to do the Statue of the Seven. Yes, it should be, that's a kind of stable connection with the Statue of the Seven we're looking for. But the issue we were having before was due to the baddie in the Night Kingdom. Statue of the Seven sure must have been having a hard time back then. Good job, statue. But it's not like you could have granted the power to resonate the pyre even if you want to. And Hemlock was fighting alongside the Pyre Archon. It turned out you were too strong for that. Anyway, it's great we managed to get rid of all those abyss monsters and restore the statues. And now... that means we can just interact with the statue of the Seven as usual. And then also use it. What's happening here? There's another Iceland behind there. Interesting. And it does mean we can resonate with fire as well. I don't have enough for these yet. This does mean I need to go back to Mondstadt at some point. And switch back to, what are these? I feel like I'm missing something. Maybe it's something to be used with specific sorrows, but anyway. Yeah, this is still where I'm supposed to be going. Just change my waypoint. Even though I'm in this, like, focus mode, but anyway.
We are gathered here today to bid farewell to all who lost their lives in this war. This struggle has caused us profound pain and brought us face to face with loneliness and loss. But through it all, our bravery and resolve never wavered, and we never lost sight of victory. Even the tiniest of sparks can unite to become a blazing fire. They lit our way forward and showed us the path to victory. When our homeland is revived, and life blooms again, they will return to us with the first rain of spring. It is just as our poem describes. We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and
So I
future.
think they made an entire statue, like it's an entire ceremonial
Is
statue, I think.
Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
Or I think, wasn't it like down there with Chuichu, maybe, for example, passed away
The
or
fallen
something?
are never truly lost to us.
It's not far away from
We
the statue,
will be
luckily.
reunited one day.
Or I think, which is nice, which means if you're going to stage, you might as well pass by here.
And as we create new legends and write new poems in honor of our beloved homeland, they will always
I think
be
that's
with
actually
us.
a great location for it.
Their deeds immortalized in our memory, and their names immortalized in stone. This epic will be remembered in the actions of every valiant warrior and brave Saurian, all equally important and indispensable. I would also like to take the time to recognize a Fatui Harbinger, who sacrificed his life for our cause.
Which is Capitano.
He was a warrior from Conria, who helped defend our nation 500 years ago. A man who used his own heart as refuge for the souls of the fallen. For the chance to offer them a final resting place, he chose to fight with us once again. In the end, he fulfilled his wish and returned the souls to the ley lines. By turning his curse into a weapon, he defeated his fated foe and protected me in the process. We have had our differences
So
in
in the end,
past,
basically, good
and I
end
cannot
for
say
everyone.
His character is
of
representative
sorts.
of all in his organization. But on this occasion, we honor him as one of our own. In Natlan, all
This is by the way
heroes are
dark
worthy
outside
of
because
celebration.
I went here during the night because of the distraction of the Statue of the Seven, or is it because, well, they meant to do it at night anyway? Pay tribute to the heroes. Can I talk to everyone? Jessica first.
After you got back, you mentioned you saw Koichi in the Night Kingdom. So, she helped you then?
Yeah, she brought a lot of Saurians and helped get through the tricky part in the Night
Good.
Kingdom.
I'm sure that made her happy.
There's still time to see her in your dreams. Except, Chuichi kind of said she doesn't want to anymore.
It's alright. I don't think she's going to come see me. She's probably sick of nagging her older sister. Still, thank you for telling me. Natlan has a bright future because of you. And I have a...
I accidentally skipped over sign. Over that one. Oh. Morani and Kachina next. Let's see.
Did you hear? As long as we get permission from our chief, we can leave Natlan as much as we want.
Yeah, it's because the ley lines have been restored, right? And the Lord of the Night is a lot stronger now.
That means we can finally see the outside world for ourselves. I heard that Fontaine has a huge ocean. That is totally my vibe. I can't wait to go see it.
Yeah, I guess so.
I want to go to Liyue. The mountains are supposed to be super tall.
Sounds like the makings of a great vacation. Let's start planning. But first, we all promised we would go to the hot springs together. Then we'll be hot springs buddies for life.
Kind of sounds fun. They're actually able to explore the other areas. Because I guess they're similar to... But it's not quite similar to what we had with Inazuma in the beginning. You know, you were still kind of able, I think, but not really.
Does no one care about my heroism? A great hero such as myself forced to remain nameless! Ignorant fools.
Fine. I guess you helped out. Good job.
Well, well, well. A compliment. After all these years. It's about
Not like you
time
really
you knew
deserve
your
one,
place,
depending on
lowly
how you
servant.
react and things.
Hey! Why are you glaring at me? Oof.
Zelani next.
My teacher once said the weight of fate is decided by the one who has to bear it. You helped Natlan overcome a cruel fate. From now on, we will always be there to help you. Now, we just need to see where your fate, no, our fate, leads us.
Alright, and... Oh, hang on.
Ah,
There was still
our
Jansen
hero's
back there.
here. Is there something you want to discuss?
And as usual with the end of the story sections, we get to talk to the Archon and ask you a few questions. See, about the stances of the Heavenly Principles and the Shades.
The forces of the Abyss have always sought to corrode Tevat. The ley lines were created by the Heavenly Principles, and it's only with their protection that Tevat is able to nurture all forms of life. If the Abyss had free reign, this world would become a living hell. We saw that for ourselves. Any attempt by humanity to harness the power of the Abyss is met with swift punishment. The Heavenly Principles and the Shades show no mercy in that regard. That unyielding approach is also the source of great sorrow and hatred. The situation goes beyond a simple discussion of right versus wrong.
I mean, so from my understanding, Kanea tried to use the Abyss to their advantage, which obviously the Heavenly Principles don't want.
Perhaps the truth will reveal itself during your future adventures.
I feel like it certainly will, realistically. About the order of resurrection somehow taking effect before victory.
Oh, isn't it obvious? The Ode of Resurrection didn't take effect at all.
I mean, in the final fight? Not really.
Your own strength is what allowed you to keep fighting, as well as the moral support from everyone in Natlan.
I mean, the Traveler never actually died.
Still, moral support is also an important, if underappreciated, effect of the Ode of Resurrection.
Oh, right, about Natlan's gnosis.
The captain's subordinates sent us a letter he left behind. After our duel at the stadium, he asked Tsaritsa to remove him from the responsibility of obtaining the Gnosis, and his request was granted. The captain respected the outcome of that match, and refused to violate his principles. But, since this is the final Gnosis, I doubt that Tsaritsa will let the situation stand.
So they didn't receive it.
Perhaps a replacement Harbinger will be sent here soon. I'll make sure to be prepared.
So in the previous story arcs, it always ended with the Snezhnaya getting gnosis. This time it didn't. Interesting.
A direct conflict with the Fatui is unavoidable the moment you step foot in Snezhnaya. So make sure you're ready for any scenario. On a related note, I've acquired some new intel about the fragment that suddenly appeared in the sky.
That was during the Abyss fight.
Such fragments are known as Ancient Moon's remnants, relics of secret source technology from the era of the Ancient Dragons. Coincidentally, a small squad of Fatui infiltrated our borders around the same time it appeared. Our investigation revealed them to be the subordinates of the Doctor. Their stronghold is in Nod Krai, a land with a long history not far from Snezhnaya. The people there can use a very special power. It's said that this mysterious power predates even the 7 elements of Tevat.
I mean, there's probably going to be a separate set of elements to come and play at some point. Because I did have a bunch of looks at the wiki over the years, and you could always tell what was his name again? Daza, I believe, yeah. He was marked as having some kind of element that wasn't marked known yet. Like it was, at least apparently only Chinese science was announced that he'll be playable, and this element was like designated to be like random glyphs basically. So I think it's clear that there will probably be another element at some point.
Ancient moon's
But we'll
remnants,
see.
the Doctor, a mysterious power. The project that connects all three must be ambitious indeed. Huh? Tribe? Oh, you're thinking along the lines of how the names of the 6 heroes were inherited. In truth, apart from a few ancient names associated with a certain tribal culture or tradition, most ancient names can be inherited by anyone. Your name likely falls under that category. The Wyab will select someone who shares your character and name them as your successor. Of course, that won't happen for a very long time.
Well, I believe it would only happen if the traveler basically passes away, which I doubt will happen, so I guess we'll just keep it for indefinitely. Well, basically covered all the questions we have from Mavuika we can answer.
The long
we can ask
journey
her.
of the Pyro Archon has now come to an end. Together, we overcame darkness and death to accomplish something truly remarkable. As we celebrate your glory, allow me to thank you once again. This time, just as Mavuika. Thank you for the respect, understanding, and support every step of the way. An honor we share. You can keep chatting with your friends nearby. I think I'll stay here for now and watch over them.
I was about to say, it just triggered randomly because I walked too close, I guess, and we still had a bunch of people to go. Hang on. I would like to switch this part a bit. Yan-san next.
Muscles grow stronger through periods of strain, and people work the same way. Even though the crisis is over, we will still band together for the sake of a new future. Oh, and you should really come to the Collective of Plenty sometime. Especially you, Paimon. Your nutrition plan is already set.
Okay, so you can help Paimon get stronger, right? If something like this happens again, Paimon wants to fight by the Traveler's side.
I think it's gonna be a long while until that happens.
Of course! You've got serious potential.
Wait, that's the answer done. Do we have more people around? Well, Nani Kachina already did. Already did you as well. Auroran.
When Guthred's soul possessed my body, all I saw was a dark abyss. The captain carried countless souls within him. It must have taken so much strength to live like that for hundreds of years. For us, his death is something sad. But for him, maybe it finally allowed him to be at peace.
I'm pretty sure it does.
My lord, you will forever serve as an example for all your
So
soldiers.
he was one of Capitano's subordinates, I believe. But nothing else. I don't think... There's probably no one back here, I think. Nope. In that case... We just have a few people. I think I covered everyone down there though. Yeah, I did. Shilonen.
The stories of heroes will continue to be passed down from generation to generation. If Natlan faces a crisis again, I'm sure people will look to our story as a source of hope. We've earned our place in history. That's pretty surreal, don't you think?
Oh, hang on, I can read this. Oh, well, I can't really. I feel like it's probably supposed to be... I don't know if it's like... I forgot the name of that one language. Latin, I think. Maybe, I don't know. You can find a song with pride, like I hear as much the other side. This monument commemorates the 1960 brave warriors who gave their lives in the War of Natlan. The alien tears will fly for them, pretty long for their names. Okay. We do still have 2 more people to go.
When I was little, my father told me about Thrain, the Sentinel Knight, an outlander who once fought alongside the warriors of Natlan. He was brave, fearless, and deeply respected by his men. I always wished I could go back in time and see him in action. I never thought that, in my lifetime, another outlander would fight to save this land, or that I would get the chance to fight by their side. I will treasure this honor for the rest of my life.
We do have Jamali next up.
Just like the Archon said, we can now proudly tell our children that this war is a thing of the past. It's a new chapter for all of us.
I guess if you think about it, we're basically now kind of their... like part of their history books, I guess.
We will never forget your contribution. And Natlan will always be with you. May the sacred flame protect you in all the journeys to come.
I think that's now everyone covered, right? It is indeed. Well then. We're now officially part of Natlan's storybooks, and now it's time to pay tribute and salute.
What are you thinking about, Traveler? Oh, the battle, right? Even though we won in the end, it cost a lot to get to this point, huh?
Sing a final song with pride, like a hero's march to the other side. This monument commemorates the 1960 brave warriors who gave their lives in the War of Natlan. How many people does Natlan have overall, by the way? Let's leave this for them. Aww. Now that's kind of sad. Stone steelworkers, hang on. Oh! Oh, that's the boss. Oh, I see. Okay. Didn't expect that. Yeah, cause that's... yeah, that's the weekly boss. I see. And that's her undone. I'm kind of sad we just keep it... oh, hang on. I'm kind of sad to just keep it here, but anyway. At the same time, I guess it's a nice location, I guess. Well then. We didn't get the "we're done yet" announcement. So I guess we are still not quite done yet. Oh, do we? No. Nope, not yet. Right, let's go then. Let's see. We are supposed to be going back to the stadium. I guess let's skip ad then. And there we go.
Story! Story! I want to hear a story! Come on! Tell us! Tell us!
Well, you kids don't miss a beat, do you? All right. You can be the first audience for this new tale.
Well, basically,
Let
we
me know
can
what you
see
think.
that everything is going back to normal, of sorts.
Now, where to begin?
Want to stop and listen to the story? Sounds pretty fun.
This is a story of the great heroes of our time. There are 3 great heroes at the center of this tale.
Well, that's gonna be... Yeah, that's gonna be about us. That's Mavuika's word. That's, I believe, our sword, effectively. And I believe that's Capitano's.
The first is an outlander known as the Traveler. A warrior of great strength, completely immune to the power of the Abyss. Most importantly, the Traveler is kind and brave. Someone who treasures those around him. You could call him a natural-born hero.
Yeah, he's super strong. Tell us more.
Hey, just let him finish the story.
Well, kind of nice to hear it like this, to be fair. Oh, look where...
The man telling the story keeps looking this way, Traveler. Paimon thinks he recognizes you.
See, I believe we suddenly made a name ourselves in Natlan. Listening to all of this is kind of embarrassing now.
The second hero is also an outlander. Many years ago, he forged a connection with this land and used his body as a vessel.
I mean,
for
if
the
you think
souls
about
of
it,
his
realistically,
fallen comrades.
At this point, the Traveler should just be well known amongst the entirety of Terat, so there's that. Right?
His goal was to give them a home, and with that,
makes me slightly surprised if you think about it that he
reborn
isn't yet being
into
stopped
this world.
around for like an autograph or something.
The third hero is none other than our current Archon, Mavuika. Not only is she a powerful and respected figure, but she also commands the power of the Ode of Resurrection, which can bring people back from the dead. With the support of 6 heroes from 500 years ago, she united Natlan against a dangerous foe. Now, this story truly begins with the arrival
I guess this
of
is
the
basically
Traveler
a
in
recap
Natlan.
of what happened in Natlan being turned into like a tale. Are we gonna stay for the entire tale though? Or are we just gonna skip ahead at some point?
Under his guidance, Kachina performed exceptionally well in the pilgrimage and earned her chance at the Night Warden Wars.
No, we're skipping ahead, unfortunately.
Suddenly, the sky turned dark. The sacred flame
I guess
went
we're just
out,
basically
and
having a
Gasoithoth
rough recap.
appeared.
I skipped all the way from the pilgrimage and like 7 versions ago to like now, basically. Kind of nice to hear though, realistically.
Everyone gathered at the stadium and sang the Ode of Resurrection together to send their support to the furthest corner of the Night Kingdom. Hermione became known by all, and everyone began reciting the words that defined its message. In the beginning, there was darkness, until someone set themselves aflame.
Right, but there's a gap in whatever this bow has.
Only
Anyway,
then did the universe know light.
that means, I guess,
Anyway, the dust has now settled, and Natlan has entered a new era
that's a
of
cool
peace.
summary though. Not gonna lie.
The Traveler fought for life. The Captain fought for death.
And basically, in the end, they just kind of...
And our Archon, Mavuika, created a bridge between them.
And suddenly, everything happened in happy ends?
Wow!
No one took the short end of the stick, apart from the 1,960 people.
Is there more? Please don't let that be the end.
Sounds like you like this one. Tell you what, give me some time and I'll write it all out in even greater detail.
I loved it! This is the best story ever!
Well, to be fair,
Yeah, and Hermione is the coolest ancient
being
name.
looked up like this
I
actually
get to
kind
meet
of is
Hermione
kind of
today.
nice, I guess.
Okay, guys?
Hey, it's supposed to be my turn. No, it's my turn.
No, it's my turn! I get to be Hermione today! So, no one wants to be the Pyro Archon anymore?
Well, that's a little awkward.
Sounds fun. What do you say, Traveler? Wanna let Paimon be Hermione for the day?
Sure, then I'll be Paimon.
Alrighty then. Let's go, Paimon. A new adventure awaits.
Alright, and I think that's officially the end of the Natlan main story. Oh, we got the Chronicle again. We just basically turned... Oh, hang on. Oh, we can hear... Yeah, I see. Okay, we can have another look at what they basically said, effectively. What I'm kind of curious about, though, is... We saw again at the beginning, right? We had, like, only 4 icons and it just turned into this, so... I wonder if I could have looked for more often into it and then, as a result, effectively... Oh, as society friend points to tell us, so Tubal our pursuit of the strongest now as it sees. Okay, never mind. I think it might have just been done unchanged, but I never realized it was there. Right! Well, that's not officially done. But the catch-up still continues, I think, somewhere. Because I'm pretty sure I still have a thing to go, right? We do still have... I'll have to check on how to trigger that, because I know that Mondstadt does have story, I believe. So maybe it just takes a while until that shows up, but anyway. That's Natlan finally completed. It took me long enough, and in the end we did complete it in basically a regular slot, which I kind of didn't expect. Because that's why I was holding off on Genshin, because I thought it would be taking longer, but... And I would have to take a basically longer stream session, but apparently not. Well, anyway. That's not done so far. That's not officially completed. And I guess next up we should have... Mondstadt, right? At least the... Maybe? Maybe not. Is it part of the actual Archon quests? I guess it isn't. Yeah, it isn't officially. Interesting. Well, anyway. I thought Mondstadt would be part of the main story as well, but I guess not. It kind of surprises me. Because that's why I was prioritizing Genshin, because I thought I would have to basically do a ton of stuff. But I guess not, but maybe I also... They did add more stories here, I think. Right? Oh, true. They decided adding more character stories again, which is interesting. Maybe they're part of that, I guess. But anyway... That'll be it for now. Not for today, but for now, because I do plan on catching up with Salas again later today as well at the regular time at 5 p.m. 7 p.m. German time, which is like 5 p.m. UTC. So, anyway, thank you very much for following Amelia Cube 123, but you came up at a bad time because I'm about to close off the stream. But anyway, thank you very much for following, and I hope you tune in at 5 p.m. At 5 p.m. GMT, UTC, 9 p.m. 7 p.m. German time, local time. For more Sunless, which will also include a catch-up, basically, with the main story, and the actual interlude there we have there. That'll be interesting to look into. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, depending on the platform you're watching, of course, either leave a follow, subscribe, like, and whatever. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next stream, and I'll see you then.